Have you ever heard somebody say there's no scientific evidence that Ayurveda works? Like Dr. Mike said in this video,
Frustrates you so much about Ayurvedic medicine?
It leads to a fundamental misunderstanding of healthcare. It opens room for health gurus and hucksters to take advantage of people. And it actually diverts our attention from ways that we can improve medicine. If you presented some data or information here that showed Ayurvedic medicine is way more accurate than you think it is, I would have changed my mind today.
I think that you would benefit from studying Ayurvedic medicine.
Agreed, which is what I'm hoping in this conversation I can learn more about it.
or maybe you've been told if Ayurveda worked, there would be studies proving it. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you something really fascinating. It's not my opinion. It's not social media testimonials. It's not ancient scripture. It's none of that. Today, we're going to look at 3 published medical case reports available through PubMed Central, the NIH public database scientific literature. Now, before we begin, let me be very clear about this video. I'm not saying Ayurveda has been proven to cure autoimmune disease. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that there are documented cases where patients experience remarkable improvements while undergoing Ayurvedic treatments. I really think it deserves our attention. And I want Dr. Mike to see this. So please make sure you tag him, like and comment so we make sure that this reaches him. Because big people in the industry need to hear this, need to know this. Maybe they don't have the time to do the research. Maybe they don't have the passion to look into it. But because we study Ayurveda, I have the passion. I've looked into this. And I made this video for you guys. You're gonna love it. Let's get started. An autoimmune disease occurs when the immune system, which is designed to protect us, inconveniently starts attacking our own body. Depending on where it attacks, we get different diseases, such as if it attacks the colon, we get ulcerative colitis. If it attacks the pigment-producing cells in our skin, we get vitiligo. If it attacks the joints, we get rheumatoid arthritis. And if it attacks the skin, we get psoriasis. Modern medicine has incredible treatments that can reduce inflammation and suppress the, immune response. But these medications have transformed countless lives, and I'm all for it. But Ayurveda, it really approaches the body in a different perspective. Instead of asking, how do we suppress the immune system? Ayurveda really asks, why has the body lost balance in the first place? While we appreciate the Western medicine and how it helps our symptoms go away, we need to also at the same time attack the root cause and the symptoms. And Ayurveda does that the best way possible. Ayurveda looks at digestion, metabolism, elimination, lifestyle, stress, sleep, food, and person's unique constitution. Whether or not you agree with that philosophy, that's okay. It's worth asking, I think, that has anyone documented patients that have actually improved using Ayurvedic remedies? Answer is yes. Let's talk about case 1, ulcerative colitis. We already talked about this. Is when the immune system attacks your colon. The first case involved is a 25-year-old woman with severe ulcerative colitis. She has suffered for 5 years from this. She was experiencing about 10 to 15 bloody bowel movements every single day. She had lost significant weight. The conventional methods of treatment by Western medicine wasn't working for her, and she was actually prescribed to have a surgery, but she declined it. She chose Ayurveda instead. Her treatment included individualized herbal medicine, dietary changes, lifestyle changes over approximately 1 year through this research. And what happened is really interesting that their bloody diarrhea was gone. She gained weight from 42 kilograms to 49 kilograms. And perhaps one of the most important interesting thing was that when they did colonoscopy, they showed that the colon was healing. Her Mayo score, which doctors usually use to find out how severe ulcerative colitis is, they found out that it was actually decreased from 12 to 1. From 12 to 1. Isn't that crazy? Just by doing Ayurvedic medicine and Ayurvedic remedies, the herbs that she was prescribed. As a physicist, I understand that this doesn't prove that Ayurveda has caused the remission. It's a single patient, I understand, but it is certainly very important that this outcome is worthy of research, worthy of looking more into, worthy of recommending Ayurvedic solutions to people who have given up on Western medicine at least, right? Case 2 is psoriasis psoriasis with psoriatic arthritis. It's when these immune system attacks your skin cells and it gets so strong that it actually starts attacking your joints. It reaches your joints and it gives you arthritis. So let's talk about that. This second patient had lived with psoriasis for 16 years. This wasn't just a mild skin condition that he was having. He had extensive psoriasis, nail involvement, and early psoriatic arthritis affecting the joints, which is showing that it was actually getting worse. He underwent long-term Ayurvedic treatments consisting of herbal medicine, dietary changes, external therapies that is offered by Ayurveda. And this report actually published that his skin lesions actually resolved, his joint pain completely disappeared, his nails improved, and the authors also reported that there were no active reoccurrings after 3-year follow-up. So it didn't even come back after 3 years. I understand this is one patient, it doesn't prove anything, Dr. Mike, but this is really worth you guys looking into this. This really needs to revolutionize the Western medicine. At least spend a few weeks just looking into this, at least, please. The third case isn't an autoimmune case, I agree, but it is still very fascinating. That's why I wanted to add it here. A 57-year-old man had a large cyst in his lung, and surgery is usually a general treatment for this, so they just remove the cyst. But he declined the surgery because of fear, and he had some financial issues. As you can guess, he instead got Ayurvedic treatments, including herbal medicines again, dietary guidelines, and breathing practices also with this because he had problems with his lungs. Months later, follow-up CT imaging reported the complete disappearance of the cyst. If the imaging accurately reflects what actually happened, it's an extraordinary observation. It is worth us noticing this. It is really worth noting that our bodies know how to heal. We just need to figure out a way and go back to our roots and treat the root cause instead of putting band-aids on all of our symptoms and living with disease our entire lives until we die. So does this prove Ayurveda works? For me, it does, but for you, it might not yet. I hope I convinced you a little bit just to look into this. I think it's incredibly important to be really honest about this. These are case reports at NIH, which are scientific evidence that shows that these methods work. They tell us something interesting really happened here. They cannot prove cause and effect. They cannot tell you what exactly happened. To prove effectiveness here, we need larger studies. We need funding. We need randomized controlled trials. We need recommendations by independent researchers. We need this. So here's what I find really encouraging right now is because Ayurveda isn't being ignored by researchers all in general. Doctors and scientists are actually documenting outcomes of Ayurveda working on different cases. Universities are publishing, Harvard is publishing, Stanford is publishing. Science begins with observation, and every major medical breakthrough is started because someone noticed something that was worth investigating. And why do we need Dr. Mike to notice it? Why do I say like and comment and share with him? Is because if he sees this, it will just spike, a little bit of interest in him. He will start looking into it, and he's so smart and he has a large reach with a lot of people that if he posts one video about it, a lot of people will get interested in Ayurveda. Most people haven't even heard what Ayurveda is. They don't even know what it is. Like myself, I didn't know what it was, and how I got introduced to it was when I actually got a skin issue that nobody could cure. And that's when I actually went to an Ayurvedic doctor. I got healed, and at the same time I was doing a lot of meditation, and I just got really very interested in that. And I started studying it, and I've been studying it for the past 3 years, and I've been practicing it, and now I'm a counselor in it. I'm going to be studying to become a doctor, and I really hope by the time I get older, the world has changed and Ayurvedic practices have become a part of our everyday life. And that is my wish, and that is my goal, and that's all I want to do for this world. So my hope isn't for you to stop seeing your doctor. That's silly. I'm not saying replace Western medicine. My hope is for every single person to become more curious. What if healing isn't just about choosing between modern medicine and traditional medicine? What if the future is learning what each of these types of medicine have something to offer? If you're interested in Ayurveda, let it inspire questions. Beliefs are not something you need with Ayurveda. Questions, curiosity, stay curious, ask questions, try different words, get a counselor, talk to me, talk to someone else, try Ayurvedic practices. Healing isn't about defending a system. It's about helping other people living fuller lives, happier lives. That's all I want. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, and comment, and subscribe. Please, 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 because every single like, every single comment, every single subscribe button that you click, it helps my channel grow. I want this message to reach every single person. That's all I want. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. Namaskaram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.